What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Cyber Zolka, and on this channel, we dive deep into cybersecurity, privacy, ethical hacking, Linux, and the tools that help you control your digital life. So whether you are a beginner, a student, or a seasoned cybersecurity enthusiast, you are in the right place. Now, today we are talking about a browser that millions have heard about, but very few truly understood. A browser that's been called controversial, mysterious, and even dangerous, but it is really. Let's find out. The internet actually failed us, but Tor browser is the fix. Right now, as you watch this, your internet provider knows what site you are on. Google knows what you searched last night. Advertisers knows what you clicked 5 minutes ago. The internet was supposed to be free. Instead, it became the biggest surveillance machine in human history. But there's one tool that fights back, and in the next 7 minutes, I'm gonna show you how it works, how to use it on Parrot OS or any other Linux distro, as well as how to stay 100% safe with it. This is the Tor browser, and this is the truth about the internet. Before we begin about what's wrong with the internet, you need to understand what the internet actually looks like. Most people think the internet is just Google, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. It is not. The internet has 3 layers. At the top is the surface web. These are websites indexed by search engines. Everything you can easily find on Google lives here, and surprisingly, it makes up only a small part of the internet. Below that is the deep web. This includes privacy content that search engines can't access, your email inbox, online banking accounts, medical records, company databases, and university portals. Completely normal, completely legal. In fact, most of the internet exists here. And then there's the dark web, a small hidden section of the internet that requires special software like Tor browser to access. Each website uses .onion addresses and aren't reachable through normal browsers. And while the dark web gets all the headlines, the real reason Tor exists is much bigger than that. So, what exactly went wrong with the internet, or what exactly is wrong with the internet? This leads us to the 3 big failures of the internet. Failure 1: privacy is dead. Let's be real, the internet tracks everything. Every website you visit logs your IP addresses. That's basically your digital home address. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they built a profile on you. What you like, what you buy, what makes you angry. That data, it is sold billions of dollars and you never see a cent. You think incognito mode protects you? It doesn't. Incognito just hides you from your little brother. Your ISP still sees everything. Failure 2: censorship and control. In some countries, entire websites are blocked. News, social media, even Google. But it's not just government. ISPs can slow down Netflix while making YouTube fast. They decide what you see and how fast you see it. That's not a free internet. That's a controlled internet. Then failure 3 is security is a joke. And failure number 3, security is a joke. I repeat. Phishing emails, fake logins, malware hidden in PDFs. One wrong click and hackers can steal your password, your bank info, your identity as well. The internet connects 8 billion people, and every single one is a potential target. So, if the internet is actually broken, what is the fix? Tor browser is the fix. Tor stands for the onion router, and that name makes sense. Imagine you want to send a letter, but you don't want anyone to know if it came from you. So instead of sending it directly, you put it inside 3 boxes. Each box has a different address. Box 1 goes to New York. They open it and sees box 2. Send it to Germany. Box 2 opens, sees box 3. Send it to Japan. Box 3 opens and finally delivers your letter. No single server knows both where it started and where it is going. That's Tor. When you use Tor browser, your internet traffic bounces through 3 random computers around the world before reaching the website. The website sees the IP of the last server in Japan, not your IP in Accra. Your ISP sees you are using Tor, but they can't see what site you visit. It beats tracking. It beats censorship. It gives you back anonymity. Now, let's look at how to launch this particular Tor on your Parrot OS or any other Linux distro. So, if you are on Parrot OS, launching Tor is quite simple. You open terminal by clicking Ctrl+Alt+4. Then type in this command, Tor Browser -launcher. And then you hit enter. If you get command not found, that means it's not installed yet. So first run sudo space apt space update space and space sudo space apt space install Tor Browser -launcher space -y. Then you click enter and wait for the installation process to complete. This is going to take a few seconds depending on your internet connectivity speed. Now, after the download is complete, we launch the Tor browser again by running Tor Browser -launcher. Then we hit enter and wait for it to open up. After it has opened up, we click on connect. This allows the Tor browser to contact the Tor network and build a Tor circuit. Also, it builds a secure route. Now, let's look at how to stay safe on this Tor browser. Tor gives full anonymity, but if you make these mistakes, you waste it all. So, let's write this down. 1. You click the shield icon next to the URL bar. Then you navigate to settings and then change or set security level to safest. Then click save and restart. This will automatically restart the Tor browser. So let's patiently wait for it to restart. So after it restarts, we then connect again. At this point, we consider our safety or privacy to be 50% on the Tor browser because JavaScript is disabled on all websites. Many modern websites will break or have limited functionality. And also, many fonts, animated videos, or advanced web features are going to be blocked. So, we have to always keep Tor browser updated. When it says update available, always update it because update is equals to security patches for new hacks. Then, thirdly, use only Tor for anonymous browsing, research or reading news, accessing blocked sites. Keep your real life, Gmail, Instagram, banking or normal Firefox. Never mix the two. In addition to that, don't log into your personal account. If you log into your real Facebook on Tor, you just told Facebook this anonymous user is actually John from Accra, and then your anonymity is gone. Also, don't download files and open them. PDFs, Word documents, videos, they can have hidden codes that contact the hacker directly, bypassing Tor. Your real IP leaks instantly. If you must download, use Tails OS, but not Tor. Don't install add-ons or extensions. Tor browser comes with everything you need. Every add-on makes your browser unique, and unique equals trackable. Don't mix the browser windows. Tor browser is designed to look identical for everyone. If you make it full screen, you now have a unique screen size. That's a fingerprint. Don't share personal information as well. Tor hides your IP. It cannot hide your words. If you type I am 22, I live in Accra, my name is Darius in the chat, you just doxed yourself. Remember, Tor is a shield, but you are the one holding it. Use it wrong and it breaks. The internet failed us. It tracks us, controls us and exposes us. But with Tor, we take the power back. We browse free, we browse private, we browse like no one's watching. because with Tor, they are not watching. If this opened your eyes, hit like and subscribe. Comment below what's one thing you didn't know about Tor, and if you want me to do a full video on Tor versus VPN versus proxy, which one actually protects you? Comment Tor versus VPN. Stay safe, stay free. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all for watching.